He is the man at the center of the Michael Jackson case, charged with involuntary manslaughter for giving the King of Pop a fatal dose of a powerful anesthetic called propofol.
Michael probably been dead a long time before they started taking him to the hospital. That's what made me believe something was wrong.
I want justice. They've taken a life away from us.
At the hospital, police say Dr. Murray doesn't tell emergency room doctors that he gave Jackson propofol. He then leaves the hospital against the objections of investigating officers after refusing to sign the death certificate. His car, parked at Michael Jackson's home, is impounded. Days later, when he finally surfaces and speaks to police, Murray admits for the first time that he gave propofol to Jackson the day he died. But Murray's attorney, Ed Chernoff, says it didn't kill him.
The way he died would not be explained by the medicines that the doctor had prescribed.
But as detectives fan out to search the doctor's offices and pharmacies in Las Vegas and Houston, Dr. Murray goes from personal physician to prime suspect. Authorities link receipts for bottles of propofol he ordered from this pharmacy in Vegas to the bottles found in Jackson's bedroom when he died.
I just thought, my God, who is this guy? And I thought, you know, he must have been this fringe doctor. Turns out he has a practice where these patients love him. And it was almost like, you know, will the real Conrad Murray please stand?
The real Conrad Murray couldn't pay his bills. He had dozens of liens against him, including claims for unpaid child support. So when the concert promoter AEG offered him $150,000 a month to be Michael Jackson's personal physician for his comeback concert, Dr. Murray jumped at the chance. So how did Dr. Conrad Murray become Jackson's live-in concierge physician, a member of his inner circle? They met in Las Vegas in 2006. Jackson was living here when Dr. Murray made his first house call.
He came with good references.
These three bodyguards who protected Jackson for 2 years and are writing a book called In Defense of the King were there when Murray and Jackson first met. When Murray first came into the picture, he came in for the kids, didn't he?
Correct. The kids had colds, and we couldn't just take Mr. Jackson's kids to a hospital.
So how often would Dr. Murray be brought in?
He might come through maybe once or twice a month just to see how everybody's doing.
He was more like a family doctor.
But over time, they say, Dr. Murray became Michael Jackson's trusted physician and friend, the last person they'd expect to be implicated in his death. When Dr. Murray's name came up, you weren't like,
Right.
That's the guy.
No,
Guilty.
Not at all. No. Dr. Murray looked like he didn't do anything wrong.
Like he just wanted to help.
And what would help Jackson sleep so he could dance the next day was, in fact, what killed him.
The question really becomes, what did AEG know about Michael Jackson's condition?
Charles Peckham is Dr. Murray's civil attorney. He says his client is not to blame. In the contract with AEG,
Yes.
it says that they will provide Dr. Murray with a CPR machine, saline, needles, a gurney, and other medical equipment.
I will tell you that Dr. Murray was supposed to have been provided a great deal of medical equipment and also a nurse, and that they weren't provided by AEG. They should have been, but they weren't.
In fact, the contract with Murray, dated the day before Jackson died, was never signed. Earlier today, AEG released the following statement to ABC News. The medical supplies in question were requested by Dr. Murray for use specifically in London in the event an unexpected need arose. When asked why these supplies were needed, Dr. Murray said that Michael Jackson was in excellent health, but an artist of his stature should have this equipment on hand when engaging in this type of performance. Dr. Murray did not ask for these items for use in Los Angeles.
If the equipment were at his house to preserve his life, Michael Jackson could have been saved.
On behalf of Michael's father, Joe Jackson, Brian Oxman has filed a wrongful death suit against Dr. Murray and a complaint against AEG with the California Medical Board.
I think that Dr. Murray bears responsibility, but I don't think that his is the only responsibility here.
The autopsy report states the cause of death as acute propofol intoxication, similar to what would be given for major surgery. But remember, Dr. Murray says he only gave Jackson a small dose, 25 milligrams.
There were only two people in the room, Michael Jackson and Conrad Murray. So Conrad Murray's fate seems to lie in the theory that Michael Jackson gave himself the fatal dose.
And that will probably be the defense strategy later this year when Murray goes on trial. The question is, will it be enough to create reasonable doubt?
I have done all I could do. I told the truth, and I have faith the truth will prevail.
For now, Dr. Murray is laying low with an occasional photo op, like this one at Michael Jackson's grave. He says he lost not only a patient, but a friend.
Next, going back to a time before the Troubles began, when a superstar took the stage and the world by storm.
All the things that people sort of thought was eccentric and they didn't like 5 years later, in 1984, all of it was charming.
When we come back,